In this tutorial, we'll discuss about Apache Kafka. So I have divided this video in 5 parts. In 1 to 4 parts, we'll talk about different Kafka fundamentals, and in the final fifth part, we'll do some basic Kafka setup in our Windows machine, and we'll check how Kafka communicate with each other with each topic. So let's start with the part one. So why Apache Kafka? Apache Kafka was first developed by LinkedIn. Now it is an open source project mainly maintained by Confluent, distributed resilient architecture, fault tolerant. It has horizontal scalability, can scale up to thousands of brokers, can scale up to millions of messages per second, and it has quite high performance. Latency is less than 10 milliseconds, which is approximately real time. And Apache Kafka is used by more than 2000 plus firms. Out of these 2000 plus firms, 35% of Fortune 500 companies. So companies like Airbnb, Netflix, LinkedIn, Uber, Walmart. So they all use Apache Kafka in their streaming systems. So how companies start? So basically, most of the times we have some source system and some target system. Source system is a system which sends some data to target system. Initially, when we have very few applications, this is a very simple methodology. But as soon as we have large number of source systems and target systems, the transmission of data is really difficult. Suppose a source system has to send messages to all the target system, and suppose we have 4 target system and 1 source system. So we'll have to send unique messages to all target systems. So we'll be sending 4 messages. And if we have multiple source systems and multiple target systems, so this combination becomes very complicated after some time. There are some problems that organization face, as we discussed with source systems and target system. You'll have to manage multiple integrations. Each integration comes with difficulties around protocol, how the data is transported, data formats, how data is parsed, data schema and evolution, how data is shaped and may change. Each source system will have increased load from the connections, etc. So these are some of the issues that we face while transmitting data from one system to another system. And this is where Apache Kafka comes into picture. As you can see in the slide, decoupling of data streams and systems, Apache Kafka. Source system can be of any site, any type, website, events, pricing, data, financial transactions, or user interaction. Apache Kafka acts as a middle layer between the source and the destination. So ideally, you are not talking to the source system. You are only sending messages to Apache Kafka. And whatever source system want to read the data, whatever destination system want to read the data, can take the data from Apache Kafka and then do the processing. So there are several use cases where Kafka can be very useful. For example, in the messaging system that we were discussing, it can also be used in activity tracking. It can gather matrices from many different locations, application logs gathering, stream processing with the Kafka Stream APIs or Spark, for example. We'll talk about Kafka Stream API in later part of this course. and it also decouple the system dependencies. And Apache Kafka can be integrated with many technologies, for example, Spark, Flink, Storm, Hadoop, and many more other data technologies. So this is all we have in this video. I hope now you have some basic understanding why do we need Apache Kafka in our applications.